People, I hope you're hydrated. I hope you've been doing your stretching. I hope you're warmed up because it's time for episode number 2 of the most cringe songs ever recorded. I don't know if we're going to be able to top episode number 1. That was some top tier cringe in episode number 1, but we're going to do the best we can today. We're back with another installment of the most cringe songs of all time. Let's start with a classic. Way back in 1989 or 88, something like that, 17 by Winger. And if you saw the title of this song and you're like, oh no, this isn't a love song about a 17-year-old, is it? Oh yes, it is. You may remember this band from being on Beavis and Butthead. The like dorky neighbor kid, I forget his name, Steven or something. The dorky neighbor kid from Beavis and Butthead always wore this band's shirts. Stewart, that's what it was. That's right, Stewart. Now you'll see why they all laughed at him for it. But I gotta say, let's put aside the cringe lyrical content for just a moment. The unfortunate truth is that this song is actually fucking great on a musical level. Everyone in this band is a ridiculous musician, and I wish that this song wasn't great, but it actually is. Just not the world's best lyrics, let's put it that way. But on a purely musical basis, this is like actually great, like kind of prog shred rock. Reb Beach, amazing guitarist. I love his spin move there. Look at that little spin. Oh, they fucked. That's right. You know they fucked. If the song is to be believed, they fucked girls in high school. Let's listen to the lyrics here. Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me. And look, she's playing with like a fucking stuffed rabbit or something in the video. So there's no way to say that this was a metaphor or like, well, what we actually meant. No, it's a girl who is so young that her dad says she's too young for you. And the evidence of that is she's playing with this fucking stuffed animal in her bedroom when you come to visit her. That's the evidence. But god damn it, it's a great song. That's the sad part. This is about him getting seduced by a 17-year-old. He's like, oh, I tried to resist her charms, but I couldn't. She whispered sweet nothings in my ear. That 11th grader, I couldn't resist her charms. I do want to listen to the solo, though. This solo is actually sick. It's a great solo. Great guitarist. It's so gross how they look at each other and make this cringe Kavanaugh smile. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Gotta be in the Cringe Hall of Fame for many reasons, but most of all, the really cringe thing is that everybody involved with this had to sign off on it. Like, you know, the record label, the producer, the engineer, like everyone involved had to be, okay, so this song, the lead single is about how you're in love with a 17-year-old. Yeah, okay, cool. All good. No problem. All good. Let's ship it. But remember, it was the 80s. This was the same era that Kiss had the song Christine 16, which is about falling in love with a 16-year-old. It was a different time. It was a different time. Next up, we have a little bit of a different vibe here, which is Drug Dealer Friend by the boys in Emmure. And if you know this one, you know this one. This is what I call lyrics. Wait, I want to watch you. What? I actually legitimately love this song. And my friend recorded this. My friend Joey Sturgis recorded and mixed this album. And I asked him about it. And I was like, by the way, I think this mix sounds amazing. And I was like, what did you think when you recorded this song? And I was like, okay, Frankie, go. You press record. And he says, I want to watch you suck his dick. He's like, I laughed and I was like, are those really the lyrics? And he's like, yeah, man. And I was like, okay. I know. You fucking love it. And you know, I've changed my tune on this. Some people might think this is a cuck song, but I've changed my mind, you know, because I think really it's the confidence here that does it for me. You know, some people might say he's a cuck, but I say he's the Chad, the real Chad. It's like, yeah, I said it. You heard me. I want to watch you suck his dick. Like, well, all right. I mean, I can do that. Yeah, you heard me. I know you love it. I want to watch you suck his dick. That's all. That's all I want. I feel like someone needs to make an alternative music video for this song. You know, hosted on P-Hub or whatever. I don't know. But I changed my mind. At first, I thought this was cringe. When I first heard it, I was like, this is absurd and ridiculous. But now it's become a classic in my mind. I say, never judge another man's kink. If he wants to watch you suck the other guy's wiener, hey, listen, it's all good. I mean, being poly is cool now, right? So I say, this is not cuckcore. This is a poly anthem. Let freedom ring. That's what I say. Let freedom ring. And I love this song. To be clear, I non-ironically love this song. I love Emmure, one of my favorite bands of all time. Love them. Okay, next up. This one's rough, people. This one's rough. I gotta warn you, before you continue any further, make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you've done your stretching. Make sure that you are ready for some extreme cringe, even for experienced cringers. This one might be a little bit hard to handle. If you're not an experienced cringer, you might want to turn the video off right now because you could hurt yourself. This song is called Trump Sucks by Skolnick, who is the guitarist of Testament, one of the best thrash guitarists, thrash musicians of all time. And I don't know what happened, but sometime in 2020, he got the idea to make an anti-Trump rap song and put it on YouTube. And Alex, it's not too late to delete this. That's all I'm saying. He seems like such a great guy. He really does. Seems like a really good dude. I would definitely be friends with Skolnick. Alex, if you're watching this, just all you need to do is just go right here and just click delete. Just, it's never too late to delete this video. That's all I have to say. He's an incredible guitarist.
The other day I did a social media post. It was about voter turnout, expressing how I feel, politely. You MAGA people are so responsive. You inspired me to write this song. This is dedicated
Oh no.
to you.
Grandpa's getting his iPad out.
All across the nation. The White House is under occupation.
He made an iPad slideshow with it.
From this administration, no regulation for clean air and water. He got to office and installed his own daughter? She serves no purpose except for appearance. Initially denied a security clearance.
It's so bad. It's like, I realized after my stepdad retired, all he did was like watch CNN and get angry. I don't even know if he was a Democrat or a Republican. I don't know. He was just angry at politics all the time. And, you know, I'd go over there for dinner or something. Did you hear what the Democrats are doing at the border? And rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Lou Dobbs said they're blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit. When you get to be this age, I feel like there's an urge that overtakes you to be outraged about politics all the time.
Abomination, an epic fail, just like Bannon
Epic
and
fail.
He belongs in jail. Trump
Here it is.
Sucks. I'm not kidding around. Trump sucks.
You smug fuckers in the chat, you're laughing. You're laughing at Skolnick for making this cringe anti-Trump rap song. All I'm going to say, people, this is from 2020. And what happened that year, huh? Is Trump in office now? Sure isn't. Lost that election. And all I'm saying is maybe, just maybe Skolnick and his bravery, Skolnick was willing to take a stand for what's right. All I'm saying is, could Skolnick be the final domino that pushed Joe Biden into office? I mean, we can't rule it out. We can't rule it out. Skolnick spoke truth to power, and he changed the world with this song.
Kanye West. When the polls close and the people choose, he's gonna claim voter fraud or say it's our fake
See?
news.
He knew. He knew. Skolnick was a prophet. He predicted everything. He knew. Next up, we've got ourselves a hard rockin' track from Synner. And for those who don't know, this is the drummer of Five Finger Death Punch. He quit the band, and everyone said, well, why would you quit Five Finger Death Punch, one of the biggest metal bands on the planet? Well, he wanted to do something else different, something more creative. Started a new band originally called Psychosexual that then changed their name to Synner. The man quit Five Finger Death Punch to do this, people. To write songs about fucking in a graveyard. Listen to those synths. Want to make love on the grave? I do. Yes, I would like to make love on the grave. You know, a lot of people are saying maybe Pete Steele isn't dead after all. You know, he seems like the kind of guy that would have faked his own death. You know, maybe Pete Steele just got sick of the spotlight, sick of the fans, of all the attention, but the world needed his musical talents. And so perhaps all along, he faked his own death just so he could come back and pretend to be the drummer of Five Finger Death Punch. That's all I'm saying, because virtually identical. People are saying, how could Pete Steele possibly be dead? There's only one man who's talented enough to bring this music into the world. It feels like I'm watching and listening to Pete Steele's identical twin when I watch Synner. By the way, one thing I like here, they're fucking on the coffin here, and I like they switched positions. So first one is her on her back with him, you know, doing his thing, standing up, and then they switch positions here. Now she's on top. I like that, some variety. You say what you want about this guy, but he's not a selfish lover. She doesn't seem like she's very into it. Let's make love on the grave because I have to breed you. Ugh. Well, again, I've been married for a long time. My wife and I have been together for 10 years, so, you know, my game is pretty rusty. I could be wrong, but I feel like telling a girl, I have to breed you, I feel like that's not a good line. I don't know. Can any single people in the chat let me know? Is that a good line? I don't know. I'm just asking out loud. I'm an old married guy. I'm out of the game. By the way, one thing you should know is, you know, every local band has been working on an EP for 3 years, right? Somehow these local bands can barely manage to record 2 songs in 3 years. But Synner, 9 albums in 1 year. 9 albums, people. Look at this. Look at all these songs. They put out 9 albums. Fuck in the Fire. And all of them seem to be about fucking and graveyards. See, once again, more graveyards, more fucking. Very consistent thematic message here. I like a band that can stay on message. I mean, who knows how many albums they have now. But there we have it, people. So what's your excuse, local bands? You guys can barely manage to scrape together an EP in 3 years. Synner putting out 9 albums in 1 year, people. They make me want to breed. Okay, now switching things up a little bit. We've got the left-wing king of cringe, Macklemore. And I gotta say, Macklemore seems like a lovely person. He really does. Seems like a great guy. I would definitely be friends with him. He's also from Seattle. This is one of his most cringe anthems, which is White Privilege 2. It's a rough one, people. It's a rough one. This song is about how he feels guilty for existing.
Pulled into the parking lot, parked it, zipped up my parka, joined the procession of marchers. Should I even be here marching? Thinking if they can't, how can I breathe?
I'll just read you these lyrics because there's a lot going on here. Pulled into the parking lot, parked it, zipped up my parka, joined the procession of marchers. In my head, like, is this awkward? Should I even be here marching? Thinking if they can't, how can I breathe? Thinking that they chant, what do I sing? I want to take a stance because we not free. Then I thought about it, we are not we. Am I in the outside looking in, or I'm in the inside looking out? Is it my place to give my 2 cents, or should I stand on the side and shut my mouth? No justice, no peace. Okay, I'm saying that. They're chanting out Black Lives Matter, but I don't say it back. Is it okay for me to say, I don't know, so I watch and stand in front of a line of police that look the same as me? I feel bad for this guy. I feel bad for him. Like, imagine how hard it is to live in his skin, just feeling guilty about existing. He's like the opposite of Tom McDonald. It's like, bro, you're not a bad person because you exist. Like, it's weird that you won the Grammy over Kendrick. I get it. It's weird, but It's just, this is the type of person that wears a mask alone in their Prius, you know, but then lets everyone know, the kind of person that posts a selfie in their Prius wearing their mask. They're like, I just want everyone to know I wore a mask for 23 and a half hours today, just so you know. And everyone's like, all right, cool. You know, if you want to wear a mask, that's, you know, whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but you don't need to let us know. The kind of guy that makes a blog about what he recycled this week. You know, he's not virtue signaling. He genuinely feels terrible all the time just for existing. But what's great, what I love about this is he's like, oh, do I have white privilege? Is it weird that I'm a white rapper? You know, is it weird that I beat Kendrick Lamar? Maybe I shouldn't be a white rapper. Maybe I should let black people just kind of have this. Nah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and keep doing it. Yes, I have white privilege. Yes, it's weird that I'm a white rapper and that I'm beating Kendrick Lamar, but I'm not going to quit making music. I'm just going to keep doing it. It reminds me of the land use acknowledgements. Do you guys know about this? Around here, we have a lot of Native Americans here. So before a lot of official business, they will read something called a land use acknowledgement that sort of acknowledges the fact that we did take this land from Native Americans. So today we acknowledge that we are on the land of the Nooksack tribe and Lummi Nation, who have been here since time immemorial and still are. We will honor the land, vast trees, mountains, and animals where they gathered, hunted, and fished. We respect that this land is part of their culture where they celebrated their connection with the natural world. We give thanks and acknowledge the past that was but isn't now. So this is basically them saying, yeah, we feel really bad for stealing your land. And you're like, oh, okay, so you're going to give it back. They're like, well, no. No, I mean, we stole it a long time ago and we should probably give it back. But I mean, no, I'm not going to give it back. I find it way worse to acknowledge that you stole their shit, but then not give it back is so much worse. It's almost like a brag. Yeah, I'm aware that I stole the land. What are you going to do about it? A minute of silence before we carry on. That's kind of how I feel about this Macklemore song, is like, he's acknowledging that he has white privilege and that it's weird that he's a white rapper that is more popular than he would be if he was black. But nah, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. No, I'm not going to stop making music to make room for black people. I'm just going to keep going. What a Chad. What a Chad. You know what? This is the best part of it. That is true white privilege. Is you're like, I'm acknowledging that I have white privilege and that it has benefited my career greatly, and I'm not going to give it back. I'm going to keep using that white privilege. The ultimate white privilege, Macklemore. The real Chad here. Kid Rock could never be this much of a fucking Chad. Macklemore is basically saying, damn, it feels good to be white. Okay, on the other side of the fence here, we've got another white MC, another white rapper, Mini Thin from West Virginia. This song is called City Bitch, which is about how he does not want to date an Obama-loving city bitch. And I feel like him and Macklemore need to do a song together. Yes, he is called Mini Thin, and Mini Thin is it's speed. It's a pill, a speed pill. Amphetamines. Very popular with truckers and rednecks. So he's a meth rapper from West Virginia. This is City Bitch by Mini Thin.
Come on now. Yeah. Some goes out to all the country ladies out there.
All the country ladies out there. There we go. This is what we do. Have you guys ever been to West Virginia? This is what they do in West Virginia. This is not even a slip and slide. This is just a tarp on the side of the hill. Let's go slide down the tarp. We don't have a slip and slide. Just someone put that tarp on the side of the hill, set some lighter fluid on fire. Let's slide down this like 12-foot tarp.
Yeah. West Virginia, Tennessee, New York City ain't for me.
New York City ain't for me.
No twerking, creek, swim.
I like this too. These poor ladies here hanging out in this drainage ditch. This is not a river, people. This is like a drainage ditch for like agricultural runoff. This is probably full of like fertilizer and pesticides. I mean, look at this green color of shit, like sewage. Like, you're not supposed to be standing in this water. It's probably gonna like give you some sort of horrible birth defect for touching this water.
Man, we love our country women, that's right.
That's right. A city girl would melt, but not this. A city bitch could never handle it. Fast talking city bitch. Obama loving ain't seen the oven, I'm going mudding, you city bitch. You and me both, brother. You and me both. By the way, this has 43 million views. 43 million views.
Camo boots and bathing suits, talks with a twang and loves the roots. Southern pride.
Look at this, her. I don't know if this is supposed to look like fun. This poor girl, like, trudging through the drainage ditch trying to get out.
Southern pride, jacked up ride.
These girls definitely look like the ring girls at a local MMA show in West Virginia from like 2004. Gave them $20 to be the ring girls.
Diesel trucks, pistol gripping, mounted bucks, backwoods Barbie, Southern Belle.
Hey, this is what you do in West Virginia. What are you guys doing this Friday? Oh, we're gonna jump around in the back of the truck. We're gonna go put the trucks in the mud and jump on it.
Pitchfork raising hell, spoil rotten, fast talking, booty popping, city bitch.
This is my new aesthetic. I don't know why he has this like blue rag. And by the way, see my hat here? You know, a lot of people make fun of me for wearing flat brim hats. Is this what they want from me? Do they want the brim so curved that it's like almost one of those tubes that you would mail a poster in? Is that what they want from me? I don't know.
Outlaw women all nationwide, country girls will take it outside.
Outlaw women all nationwide. Well, that is the last song for this edition of the most cringe songs ever recorded. I hope you'll join us next time for volume 3 of the most cringe songs of all time. And in the meantime, just go find yourself someone who ain't a city bitch. That's all I ask of you. If you are a city bitch, please close this video right now. If you are not a city bitch, go find yourself someone who can bait a hook, who didn't vote for Obama. That's all I ask for. Is that a good line? I want to breed you.